What would you think of pushing a button that erased your ex from your memories? No, I couldn't. The ex I'm thinking of erasing memories of was a traumatically painful breakup that affected me for years. Perhaps still does to a degree. But I made many mistakes in that relationship and ignored many red flags. Relationship never happened, or if I had no memory of it, I can't deny the possibility that I'd be making the same mistakes and behaving in the same awful ways with the woman I'm marrying in 9 days. I'm not in love with everything I experienced in my past relationships, but overall they were fine. So nah. Plus, I've forgotten a lot of the finer details already anyway. She used to particularly traumatic abusive relationships of which I never had, or while going through a very sad breakup which I'm not currently, and in hindsight I think would be a minor mistake. I wouldn't do it, for many reasons. One of those reasons is that I learned from it, that even if one chose to press it, the button and its function is flawed and wouldn't benefit the pusher very much. They would forget, but everyone else would remember. What happened still happened, whether or not you remember. Yes, some of your trauma would be gone, but that isn't necessarily good. I'm pretty sure I would do it. She was abusive. I've learned a lot, and I like myself a lot more now than before I was with her. But there are a lot of things I could do without. I've been in intensive trauma therapy for over 2 years and I still have severe flashbacks and crippling PTSD. Living without the memories of her would bring me a lot of peace. I have an ex from 30 years ago that is very much like Leo's wife in Inception. Lives in my subconscious and likes to torment me in my dreams. Really loved her. Totally screwed up relationship by cheating and being a massive ass. Sometimes wish she just get deleted, but the pain of losing her did teach me valuable life lessons. I think they already made a movie about this, and it's one of the best movies ever made. Because while it may hurt me to think of her having kids with and marrying another guy, I'm happy to know she is happy, and I'd never trade out our few fleeting moments of existence together for anything. Wouldn't use it. I'm still on good terms with all of my exes, and I cherish the time I had with them. But even in the event that the above weren't true, I still wouldn't use such a button. If I forgot about my exes and the relationships, I wouldn't have learned the lessons those relationships taught me. No, he broke it off, and I was angry at him for so long that I blamed him. But I was also responsible for that breakup. He wanted to go too fast, but I wasn't ready for a relationship yet. Didn't last long, but I still needed to learn from that. Can't blame a breakup on only one person. Well, sometimes. Depends on what ex you are talking about. The lefty value type ex take everything personally, and they want to do it to other people on purpose just based on what a person says. Now employees are doing it as well, based on what people write on social media. With them it's a tit for tat. Nope, I like who I am today. I like that I'm an emotional mess, and that I feel uncomfortable receiving love, and that I don't trust people easily. Most importantly, I love what I learned from her. It's a privilege to meet great people, because they make you believe you can also be great. I wouldn't press it. Sure, getting dumped or leaving someone hurts, but it's a part of life. The experiences you had and the memories you shared, good and bad, helped make you part of who you are today. I wouldn't trade those memories and lessons for anything. Instead, I'll learn from them. Companionate to others because of your history of knowing a pain they might be going through. Or if you erase it, you could fall into the same trap over and over again, never trying a different approach. Man, that's a hard one. While I love to think of all the beautiful memories made and moments we shared, the pain of knowing it's not reality anymore pains me so much. I cannot even be mad at him, and it sucks so much. Sometimes I do wish I could just forget all the memories I have with him. Between the exes would be 40 years of my life. I won't. I can't give up the children, the vacations, or even the times we held each other because there was no one else. We may have had our differences, but we had something. Not gonna happen, pushing that button would erase me. I wouldn't do it with an ex, but with my former best friend. It was a complete waste of years of my life that just caused me needless pain and tears, and all I'm left with is bitterness and resentment at this person. I would push that button to forget her without hesitation. I'd be sad. I have some great memories from my exes, and remained friends with some of them for years until our lives drifted apart. Only one really has any sad memories for me, and that's because I broke her heart a lesson that has made me a better partner. Two of them I would consider in the category of best friends, so I don't think I'd want to erase them. The rest I can't be bothered to think about remember with any semblance of regularity, so I think I'm already ahead of the game. My ex wasn't significant, but my ex-FWB was. I wouldn't erase the memories, even if they come with heartbreak, but he was really the kind of person that showed me what an affectionate touch is. No wonder I fell in love with his actions. Manipulation and verbal abuse has caused me over the years. All the behaviors I picked up trying to keep her from freaking out at me for no goddamn reason. It hit that button in a heartbeat, if not faster. Which one? I've got a couple I'd like to forget. Not because they were nutballs crazy or anything, but because they left me, and I never quite got over them. Haven't talked to either of them in almost 20 years, but it still hurts. Nah, my current BF treats me like the princess I am, and it's humbling to think that I was once in an emotionally abusive relationship. It makes me appreciate my BF that much more. It makes me understand how strong I've become. Never, as awful as it was, I learned a lot from being married to him, a classic narcissist. It was so painful during and after, but it's helped me dodge a few bullets since then. I've learned I'm pretty happy by myself too. My music taste is so good now though, lol. So many fun experiences. So much travel. Rarely smooth with us. But I learned so much from him that replacing him the best version of him in the memories would be nice. I wouldn't. He was a part of my life for 4.5 years and was my best friend. While the relationship didn't end well, I have some good memories and learned a lot. I'll always love him, just in a different way. That would be too cruel, because no matter how our relationship ended, we can't deny how happy we once were together. Plus, as other would comment, they are a life lesson that is needed for us. After our breakup, I would have hit that button like the fist of an angry god. It's been almost 19 years now, and while the memories are still painful, I wouldn't trade them for anything. As much as I'd love to, so I didn't continue to think about her like I've every day the last few years, I wouldn't. She's my reminder of what to do and what not to do in my future relationships. Nope. We share a kid. She's a cinder block chained to leg for the next 14 years. I need to remember all her bullshit so I can be ready to handle the next batch of inevitable bullshit. I'd hate that. I've got fond memories of all of my exes, which I know is very unusual. Prior to finding my wife 25 years ago, I only dated a handful of other women, so I suspect that's why. Yes, 'cause I'm still in love with him after 20 years apart, and the memories hurt like hell. But then again, no. 'Cause sometimes it's nice to remember how intensely happy love can make you. I wouldn't personally use it. Making mistakes and growing as a person are byproducts of successful and failed relationships. If you don't remember, you can't become a better person. No. I like to remember the roads and bridges that I've already crossed. Some were beautiful and tree-lined, some had potholes, some were unpaved, but they were still my journeys. That would be like erasing the last few years of my life. I might regret a few things, but we experienced a lot of amazing things together too, and I'd never want to forget that. Why the hell would I do that? I paid the emotional price to learn an important lesson, and now you are suggesting to take away the lesson when the price has already been paid. I'm where I am in life because of my experiences. Erasing bits here and there would change me. It took a very long time for me to get to this place, and I kinda like it. 1. Write their full name on a piece of paper. 2. Say out loud, dear. ... I release all the negative energy from you. 3. Burn the piece of paper. 4. Thank me later. Hard pass. I've lived through that experience, and it shaped who I am. There were also definitely some good memories that are mine to keep and cherish from time to time. For 2 of my exes, bad. They were excellent learning opportunities. For the other ex, ... good. My experience with her was weird, and all it has left me with is contempt. I would need it for just some one-night stands. No real exes. I got experiences from those relationships, and I don't want to lose my memories of the one I loved. What an incredibly tempting idea, still have to decline it though. Way too much enlightenment resulted from that experience, and I could not give that up in return. Well, then I would still have lost all that time, but without the lessons that needed to be learned, so no thanks. These are the only positive thing from that time. None of the relationships are just made to be. It's us who give efforts. I feel glad about it before it gives an opportunity to grow. If she did. But I did. I would never do that. Apart from me, I am who I am because of my experiences. I met the love of my life because of my then boyfriend. How would that go? It is possible, but you can only reach this button with an ice pickup through the eye socket. It's really small, so you have to move it around to find it.